when you come to stain your pieces, things you're going to need, you're going to need to grab some stain. If you don't know where it is, it's in the back room. I can help you get that the first time. You're going to need a brush. Same thing, back room, let me know, I can find you a brush. You're going to need all your pieces, and then it's going to need to be on top of cardboard. Cardboard straight back. If you don't know where it is, I can help you where that is, and then put at least 2 pieces down so that you cover the entire table. Next thing you'll need is you're going to need some scrap pieces of wood just to let your pieces dry after you stain them. And then the last thing you're going to need, and so those can just be laid down like so, you're going to need a lot of paper towel. Paper towel is located right by the sink. So I'm going to stain 1 piece, and then that should be enough. You should be able to see what to do. Basically, you don't need a lot of stain. Less is better in this case, or less is more. Brush it on, alright? You can brush it on, and when you brush it on with the grain, this is how I would do it. Notice 2 things. I'm brushing with the grain, number 1, and number 2, I'm brushing down at the table. If I was brushing towards myself, it would splatter and ruin my shirt. It is stain. It will stain your clothing. So if you want to bring not as nice clothes on the day that you are staining, it's probably not a bad idea. So I'm going to cover one whole side here with stain. You do not need to get into those holes. Those holes are going to be covered up when you put your dowels into that. So here we go. I'm going to finish up this side. Once I finish up this side, I'm going to take some paper towel and I'm just going to rub it off all the excess stain. Ideally, you would continue to once again move in the direction of the grain. So you're just going to wipe it off with the grain. Alright? Get all the excess stuff off of there. Okay? As you can see, you have your stained piece. You would continue working around. Now, because of the way wood works and the pores, which it's going to end up darker on these edges, and that's okay. But it's probably going to look a little bit darker on the edges. You just want to cover the whole thing, like so. And you're going to want to do this at the beginning of the hour. If it's a Wednesday and it's a short day, it's going to be a little bit different. It's shorter, obviously, but you want to do this as early in the hour as you can. And then you want to wipe this off. And the stuff up here along the top, I really want to do a good job of wiping that off with the grain so that it looks nice. If you wipe it off, it will look really nice. If you don't get it wiped off, so that's why you don't want to use a lot. There's no point in using excess. You're wiping it off literally minutes later. So get it all wiped off. And then the last side I have to do, we'll lay it down on this wood so that it doesn't get stuck to the cardboard, etc. And once again, there's 3 holes on this side. You do not need to fill in. And once again, notice I am not standing where my splatter is going, so that I'm not getting it on my pants, I'm not getting it on my clothes. If you get it on your clothes or your pants, it will stain. Some great music they got going on over there, isn't it? And it's concert material right there. So get it all covered. Make sure you don't miss any spots. Check your sides. Get it all on there. Depending on the year that you watch this, I might have different color stain. I literally buy something different every year, change it up. So it might be this color, it might not be. Wipe this off right away with the grain once again. Okay, a couple more pieces. You are going to use a lot of paper towel, and that is okay. Make sure you have it wiped off really good. Once you get this like so. You can let it dry. There's a fan right there. Turn the fan on. It will help it dry. At the end of the hour, you're going to move this whole thing. You can move it in right with the wood. You can pick up the wood ahead of time. And then this will go into the other room to dry over the course of the night. But make sure you get it all wiped off really good. So when you let it start drying, it should look something similar to that. You do all 3 of your pieces, your 3 dowels, and then let it dry. You'll put it together, and then you'll put the finish on when it's all together.